Okay. Hello guys. There's a document I want us to review together. Okay. It was released yesterday. It's a policy document, a proposal document by Mike Arnold. I'm sure most of us know who Mike Arnold is. Arnold is one of the US delegates to Nigeria. He's a former mayor that recently served as the elected mayor of Blanco in Texas. This same Mike Arnold was the one that Reno Mokri brought, or said he brought to Nigeria. But at the end of the day, everything backfired. So today, the former mayor, has been making lots of revelations about Reno Mokri on social media. So McCartney has been on a fact-finding mission in Nigeria for a long time now, especially about Christians and persecution of Christians. He's the founder of Africa Arise International, a non-profit organization that he established that works in Nigeria on humanitarian issues, including schools, churches, and especially internally displaced persons. So he's an humanitarian and fact-finding advocate, okay? So Mike Arnold has traveled multiple times to Nigeria, So they have come out, him and his team, to propose a document. It's a policy memorandum. What is it about? It's a policy memorandum that is investigating Sokoto Sultanate for designation as a foreign terrorist organization. Did you hear that? That's breaking news. It's a proposal actually. But this proposal, he has brought it forward. He has already started lobbying and meeting US officials with this proposal for the Sokoto Sultanate in Nigeria to be termed a foreign terrorist organization. That's big. Okay? So I'm going to display this document on the screen so you can also follow me. Let's review this document and what are the implications of having the Sultanate designated as a foreign terrorist organization. It's both good news and bad news, depending on where you're looking at it from. So let's look at the document. This document is fresh, just came out yesterday, December 11, 2025. And the subject of the document is immediate initiation of FTO administrative record. That's for FTO means Foreign Terrorist Organization Administrative Record for the Sokoto Sultanate Council. So this is the executive summary, okay? I will read it and we'll explain so you understand the implication of this. It's going to be huge in Nigeria. If very huge. It's going to be a game changer. This is the executive summary. It says the Sokoto Sultanate Council, I'm reading from my notes now, is the unelected power behind Nigeria's government and the spiritual authority across historic 2.2 million kilometer caliphate. A caliphate that spans through Nigeria, southern Niger, northern Cameroon, plus parts of Burkina Faso and Chad. In 2025 alone, according to the document, 7,087 Christians were killed and 1,583 churches were burnt. Almost entirely inside the territory. The Sultan has admitted knowledge, proving power to stop violence. 2015 fatwa cut Boko Haram recruitment 40% and has refused to act. So they said this, according to the document, that the Sultan has admitted that he has the power to act, but they have constantly refused to act. So which means they could have cut the power of Boko Haram recruitment by at least 40%. But the Sultanate refused to act. So this is the request, according to the document, to open a 120-day administrative record under 8 U.S.C. section 1189 No designation is requested without investigation. So what the document is asking is that it's telling the US government that we are not asking you to designate the Sultanate at this time, but we are putting forward a proposal that do not designate them without investigation, but that we seek answers to 4 questions that will determine whether the statutory threshold is met. So these are the things that they have raised. They said these are the established facts. The current Sultan, his name is Mohammed Saad Abubakar III. He is the 19th hereditary successor to the 1804 Caliphate. He was a former brigadier general in the Nigerian army and is a defense attaché to Pakistan in 2003 to 2006, officially accredited to Afghanistan. Authority is talking about the Sultan of Sokoto, that he commands 19 emirs across 12 northern states. He chairs Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs that superintends about 108 million Muslims. No Nigerian president elected without this bloc. So what this is saying is the authority, the influence, the power that he wields in Nigeria as the Sultan of Sokoto. Now, one of the points they are raising is the violence pattern from January to August 2025. This is 7,087 Christians have been killed, 1,593 churches destroyed, almost entirely inside historic Caliphate borders spanning 5 nations. 0 comparable violence south of the Benue River. 700,000 plus newly displaced across the Sahel. So this is the record of violence that happened under his watch. Proving capability. In 2015 fatwa, they reduced Boko Haram recruitment by 40% when they denied his authority over them. No fatwa ever issued against Fulani militias, militias or ISWAP. 445 attacks in 2025. So what this is saying, that under his watch, okay, he has the capability to reduce Boko Haram recruitment if he wants it. But there have been 445 attacks in 2025. They said admitted knowledge, October 2025. No killing happens without traditional rulers' knowledge. What he said in October 2000 that there is no killing that happens without the traditional rulers. Can you imagine? So resource flows. They said $9 billion per year. Illicit mining in the Caliphate lands. This money goes to the Caliphate. 9 billion. Remember, the northwest, the northwest, northeast, they have mineral resources, just like every part of Nigeria. We are blessed with resources. Nigeria is blessed with resources. But in the north, all the illegal mining that are happening, which they have been said allegedly in cahoots with the Chinese, they said 9 billion per year illicit mining in Caliphate lands. And these monies go to him. Chinese mining operations documented paying rent to jihadist groups and controlling the territory. Wow. Intelligence report 2023, UK Times 2023. That's an intelligence report. Wow. This is huge, man. So, they said these are the critical questions that's requiring the investigation and assessment in 120 days. Number 1, there are 4 critical questions. Number 1, did the Sultan's 2003 to 2006 Pakistani Afghanistan posting create operational links to Taliban Al-Qaeda networks later used in Nigeria? That's the first question. Question number 2, they said, do Chinese mining payments flow through Emirate-controlled territories, with emirs receiving tributes and taxes that are indirectly fund, that they use indirectly to fund jihadist operations? That's number 2. Number 3, they said, do intercepts or documents show the sultans or emirs directing arms, funds, or safe haven to ISWAP, Boko Haram, Fulani militias? Number 4, they said, why has proving religious authority being used against Boko Haram, but never against other groups killing Chinese. Sorry, killing the Christians. Why has it not been used against Boko Haram, but never against other groups killing Christians? Which means that they have been allowing this. They have been authorizing the killing of Christians, according to this document. The third point they raise is that the legal threshold met for investigation. 1. Foreign organization, 20 U.S. nationals, missionaries have been killed, U.S. missionaries have been killed, and national security, AFRICOM epicenter of global terrorism. Engagement in terrorist activity. So guys, enough of the document. What do you think? If this were to, get traction from the US government, there are implications. This will have implications. Okay? Let's look at the implications it will have on, let's start with the Muslim community. If they designate the Fulani, the Sultanate, as a foreign terrorist organization, it will cause a lot of crisis. Okay? Number one, they call the diplomatic crisis between Nigeria, US, and any country that dares to listen to what this proposal is making. And we know Nigeria will reject the designation immediately. It will be seen as an attack on the sovereignty and national identity. Why do you think Nigeria will reject the designation immediately? Because today in Nigeria, the Fulanis and the Sultanates they run the show. They take decisions. They use the president as puppeteers. So Nigeria will reject the designation and could cause diplomatic crisis, cause strained foreign relations between Nigeria and the US or Europe. It would cause domestic political tensions. And of course, don't forget, it will cause public outrage, even from those living in the north. Public outrage. There's fear of profiling. There will be breakdown of inter-ethnic trusts, and there's risk of radicalization. Don't forget, misplaced security focus will begin to happen. There will be the legitimization of the Sultanate's mediation role. So this will cause a lot of crisis. Even investors will begin to panic. There will be damage to cross-border trade. And there will be stigmatization. There will be deepening division if this happens. And remember, the Sokoto Caliphate is a historical empire, not a present-day insurgent movement, okay? So designating it as a terrorist organization, let me play the devil's advocate. Designating it as a terrorist organization would not only distort history, it would destabilize relationships, arm millions of people and ignite unnecessary conflicts. History must be studied, okay? But it must not be weaponized. History must not be weaponized. And a world already struggling with division, accuracy, sensitivity, and context matter. So let's look at the implication now to Christians and those from the south if the Sokoto Caliphate is designated as a foreign terrorist organization. To the Christians, there will be heightened religious tension because there will be retaliatory anger from the northern Muslims, breakdown of interfaith relations, and increased suspicion across religious lines. There will be politicization of religion. It's already happening in Nigeria. A country like Nigeria is run on politicization of religion. Christians, Muslims, there will be increased fear of violence. Strengthening extremist propaganda, yes, to be strengthened. And those in the south, they will suffer increased northeast, northwest political hostility, economic repercussions. There will be retaliatory political actions and propaganda threats. Increased political polarization, economic impacts and threat to Yoruba Muslims, Igbos, those from the southeast especially. Even security concerns, and there'll be massive north-south divide, weakening national unity, and security breakdown. Don't forget, there'll be a lot of to cause international embarrassment. So in summary, in Sokoto Caliphate, we were labeled a terrorist organization according to the document by Mike Arnold. The implications will be far-reaching and dangerous for Christians, for those from the southeast, from those from the southwest, and for Nigeria as a whole. It will further deepen religious divides, increase ethnic tensions, cause economic disruption, and a lot of national instability. A designation like this will destabilize the entire country, not just the north. Even though it may be a sigh of relief for some Christians and for Nigerians, especially those from the south, that have felt the negative impact and powers that have been wielded over the years by the Sokoto Caliphate. What do you think about this proposal by Mike Arnold? Are you in support or not? Drop your thoughts, drop your opinions, drop your comments. Let's hear them. I want to hear them. Thank you for watching.